whenever you're going to do something big in your life, something new, whenever you're going to step into a new reality, you are always going to encounter something that you really need to be able to identify, prepare for, and know how to deal with it. I'm going to explain this thing for you in 3 different ways, just so you can become crystal clear about what it is, and that you see that it's there when it hits you, because it will, and that you know how to deal with it. So the first way of explaining this thing would be to describe it as the edge of your comfort zone. Whenever you're going to step into something new, like a new reality, something big, like a big change, then you're going to come across the edge of your comfort zone. You are never going to swiftly move out of your comfort zone, because you have to move out of your comfort zone to get into some new reality. This is never going to happen swiftly when it's something big, when it's something new. You're always going to hit a wall, you see. There is this spiritual teacher online, he's called Bentinho Massaro, great guy. He calls this the day 2 process, or the day 2 challenge. This always happens when you go into something new, something big, like a new reality. So keep that explanation in mind. Now, the third explanation is what I would call cognitive dissonance. So we have the edge of your comfort zone, we have the day 2 challenge, and we have cognitive dissonance. These are 3 different concepts, but all 3 of them are actually the same thing. So let me explain. So your mind is a collection of perceptions, knowledge, and that collective is a map of reality, which means that everything that happens in your world is going to fit into that mental map that you have. Everything has to fit in there, and your mind, your mental map, is going to navigate your world. Now, if you want to step into a new reality, another vision, a new world, then this is always going to be motivated by step 1. Now, what is step 1 of these 3 steps? Step 1 is the vision, the excitement, you see? There is going to be a excitement in you for another world, for another creation, for another way of life. You're going to be excited by this thought, by this vision, and that excitement is going to motivate you to step towards it. So you start marching towards your new vision, your new reality, but at some point, that mental map, your mind, is going to say, stop, wait a second here, hold on, let me just say something. Your mind is going to tell you, subconsciously, if you go further here, if you step into that new reality, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how to navigate this, because this is another world. This does not fit my map. So if you go ahead, fine by me, but I am going to be confused. I do not know what's going to happen. This is a new world for me. So please be sure about what you're doing. You know, if I can give you a good advice, this is your mind, your conditioning. If I can give you a good advice, just turn back, because then you stay into your bubble of safety, into your comfort zone, where I know how to function. So if you go further, I do not know anymore. You see, this is the edge of your comfort zone, which you have to cross to live in another reality, to live in a new kind of world. Now, this could of course be interpreted as the day 2 challenge, because you need to step out of it in order to get into that new world. So it's a challenge. Now, what is cognitive dissonance? Well, simply explained, cognitive dissonance is when you have a belief that is in conflict with your mind, with what you think or what you do. So whatever you do, your actions, or whatever you think, is in conflict with a belief system. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have this guy, like a die-hard vegetarian. So this guy has a very strong belief that eating animals is wrong. It's bad, right? That's the belief that he has in his mind. Now, this guy is stranded in the desert, super hungry, and all of a sudden there's somebody coming along with this beautiful plate of perfectly cooked meat. So he's very, very hungry. It smells great, this meat smells great. And he's so hungry that he starts to eat it, right? And it tastes great. So it smells great, it looks great, it tastes great. But now he has this conflict with this thought in his brain, in his mind, that says, this is wrong. You're doing something wrong here. Eating meat is wrong. But it tastes so good, right? So this friction is cognitive dissonance. So cognitive dissonance, day 2 challenge, and the edge of your comfort zone, all the same thing. And you're going to have to encounter this if you step into a new world. Always. So how to navigate this step? How to deal with this? Well, it's very simple. But you need to do it correctly, you see. Let's take one step back. The first step, right? Your motivation, your excitement. This step, you have to expand. You have to make this step very clear. You have to expand it in your mind. Write it down if you want. You have to be very clear about what it is you want. About your excitement. You see, use your own excitement as a navigating tool to really construct this new reality, this new goal, this new thing that you want. Make it very clear. So that is step 1. Then what you do, you start marching towards your new reality. And then of course you come across the day 2, right? Inevitable. It's going to be there. The bigger the new reality is, the bigger this threshold is going to be, this blockage, this wall. Now don't start to push this wall. Don't be aggressive. Be gentle. You see? What you do is, you don't fight this force. No. You respect the boundary of your own mind, the limitation of your own mind. You respect it. You're very gentle for the edge of your comfort zone. So you respect your mind, you respect your system and what it's going through. You don't push anything away. You're not aggressive, but you're very gentle for yourself at this stage. And then what you do is you bring in mind, you bring in your consciousness, your vision, the goal that you want to achieve, or the new reality that you want to step into. So you bring that in your consciousness while you have a very high respect for your own limitations, for your own mind, for your own comfort zone. So with that respect, with that gentle respect for yourself, in combination with the strong vision, the strong goal, you're going to swiftly and smoothly step over that threshold and go into your new reality. This is the way to cross that threshold, to deal with that day 2 challenge, to gently navigate this cognitive dissonance. This is the way to do that. You need to know this because you're going to encounter it if you step into a new reality. So be gentle, have a lot of respect, and have your vision very strongly in mind. Good luck. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.